Welcome back to the show where we talk about everything, everywhere, with anyone, at any time, with you. Why did nobody tell us it would be this hard to be an adult? I remember as a kid looking at adulthood, I always thought that it would be this amazing adventure we get to go on, where we'd be able to do so many things. We'd be able to have our own family, get a house, get a car, do what we want, say what we want, go anywhere and do anything without our parents' permission. But I think once you hit adulthood, you realize that it's not such a smooth sail. Nobody told us that it would be this hard to kind of motor our boat through life, that we'd have to pay bills, work really long hours, pay our taxes, how to do our taxes, how to start a business, how to be successful and happy. Nobody told us that we'd have to deal with the feeling of being a little bit lost and not knowing what to do. Feeling a little bit lonely and also really stressed out.
Stop stressing! Stop stressing!
Now, I've had a question, I think, since I was maybe a teenager, and I still have the question today. And that is, why did the education system not set us up for success? I remember when I was 15, I went to this meeting at school where they would talk to us about choosing subjects. And I don't know if it was like this for you guys, wherever you are in the world, but for us at 15 or 16, we had to choose subjects. So they would be our major subjects, and they would then lead us into what we study at university, and then from our degree, we'd get a job. So at 15, I had to choose what I want to do now at the age of 26, which I think is totally bizarre. But anyways, we had to choose subjects, and then we had to study a degree, and then we have to get a job. So that is what the education system set us up to do. Go to school, get a degree, get a job, work in that job for 1 to 2 decades, and in the meantime, have a family, fall in love, buy a house, pay your bills, and wada. And then when you hit the age, let's say 60, you can retire, and then you can start to enjoy your life.
Now go and enjoy your life.
Now, I had a subject called life orientation, and I think we had it throughout high school. So basically, it was a compulsory subject and you had to take it. And it's in the name, life orientation. So this subject was about life. And every year we'd learn the same things. They would teach us about safe sex, don't do drugs, and your personality profile. And within this personality profile, they would then say, hey, you've got this type of personality. Now you can do these kinds of jobs. Okay, great. Every year we did the same test. Until one year, I think I was about 16, and I questioned them. I said, hey, can we learn something a little bit more useful? And the teacher was like, okay, that's a bit weird coming from a student. Sure, let's have a meeting with the head of life orientation. I sat down with the head of life orientation, and I said to them, look, we should really be learning something more useful. And they said, okay, what do you want to learn? And I said, how about you teach us about taxes, how to open a bank account, how to get our driver's license, because before you actually get the physical license and do the lessons of driving, you have to do a written test. So if you helped us with that, then we'd be able to focus more of our time at school. Anyways, this conversation went back and forth with them until they told me, hey, actually, look, Logan, you know what, you're being rude. And I was, at the end of the day, silenced. So yeah, I don't know. This is not supposed to be a cry out for help or a hate video on adults or adulthood or the school that I went to, but it's more just a video to say that, hey, not everyone has it figured out. I'm putting this out there. I'm being vulnerable. I don't have it all figured out, but life is hard, and being an adult is hard. There's so many things that you have to figure out and overcome, and everyone is on this different path in life. I kind of look at it more as like we all in a sailboat, and we all sailing through our journey called life. And sometimes when you're sailing your boat, the sea is really smooth and it's super beautiful and it's great. But sometimes there are those waves. Those waves will come and they're really big and they're really strong. They will knock you over, or they might even knock you down. Heck, they might even break the sail on your boat. And you'll have to take the sail down, patch it up, or buy a new one and put it back up again. And then you can continue on your journey. Now, I think it's really hard in this day and age because we have these things in our hands all the time, and these things are the key to the social media like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, where everyone looks like their life is so glorious and so great, and it looks like they have it all figured out. But just remember that social media is not always the truth. Not everyone has it figured out. I don't think anybody has it figured out. Yes, there are some people up here in life and they're doing great, and some of us are here and some of us are there. It doesn't matter. We're all on this journey called life, and no matter where you are in life and how successful you are, that is okay. You do you, boo, is a thing that I always say, because I feel like there's just way too much judgment out there and way too much, look at me, I'm so great, life is so great, I make X amount of money and I've got everything all figured out. No, they probably don't. A lot of us don't, and it's totally normal. And I do really believe that everything happens for a reason. So go with the flow, go with the waves on your sailboat, follow it. It will lead you somewhere really beautiful. And I'm not saying that just get on your boat and let it sail wherever it wants to sail. Of course, you gotta do the work. And please don't quit when it gets hard. You can make it through the hard times and the hardship. If your sail breaks, patch it up, put it up again. Adulthood is hard. I said it. Anyways, that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't be so hard on yourself.